Welcome back to Two Ways to Buy, Two Ways to Sell is the name of this video. It's another video in the series of back of your hand moments. We used to think early on that this was an elementary kind of concept or topic, and we come to find out that it really isn't. It's actually pretty deep. We were talking to a trader who we, knew was pretty smart, and he went through this video and he said this was great. This really opened his eyes to a lot of different things. And specifically, we remember thinking if that was great to him, it would be great to others with the level of experience that he had. So this is an important, again, back of your hand moment that we're going to cover in a very simplistic way. We have an image of a typical dome, right? And in this dome, we're not going to discuss order types. We're just going to talk about simply two ways to buy something and two ways to sell something without getting into specifics regarding order types. And so in this image, what you would find is bids and offers. This is a typical dome, price ladder, level 2. It's called many different things. Let's just take it bit by bit. Along the left side, or in this blue column here, are people who want to buy it. They're bidding and have a resting bid, and these are the numbers of total contracts, and it's right next to the price that they want to buy it. Make sense? Up here are people who want to sell it. Resting offers. Okay, so bid, offer. Where the best bid meets the best offer is where the market's trading. In this particular image, the price is 43 even bid at 43 quarter offer. Okay, you don't have to quote the entire price. 43 even is the bid, 43 quarter is the best offer. The number of contracts on the offer is 51. The number of contracts willing to buy it totals 168. So it's bid and offer, people willing to buy it and maybe willing to sell it. Now, these particular individuals are limit orders. They're resting bids or resting offers. They're patient. Let's go into if you wanted to be aggressive and initiate an order. So if you're an aggressive buyer and you don't want to bid it, you just want to put in a buy market order, you're going to click, if you wanted to buy it right now, into that area right there where people, the best price people, are willing to sell it. In the example of a house, someone has a sign in front of their house and they want to sell that home for $300,000. Well, it'd be pretty aggressive for someone to come right in and say, I'll buy it. That's typically not how it works when people buy and sell homes, but it is often how it works when people trade. So one way to buy it is aggressively. A buy market order, you go right in and you click in this blue where the best offer is. So let's say you just do it with one contract. With everything else being equal, this number 51 right here would look like 50 because you bought one of them aggressively. So that's the aggressive way to buy. The other way to buy is what we mentioned earlier, is someone who's very patient, who is passive. And they want to buy it, but they want to buy it down here at $41.75. $41.75 is a bid that's several bids below the market. If you bid it for one contract, this 301 number is going to look like 302, accounting for that one contract you placed on it. Now, you're not guaranteed to get filled. In fact, you might not ever get filled. This market might continue to move up and never come back down to fill at your bid order, resting bid order at $41.75. So you're patient, you're waiting for the market to come to you. In the house example, they're willing to sell it at $300,000 and you come in and say, well, not $250,000. Now, you're not guaranteed to get the house at that price, but you're showing some interest. So that's the second way to buy. Moving on to sell orders. If you look at sell orders and say, well, it's just the opposite. If I'm patient and I want to sell it, and I want to do it up here at the price of 44 even, and I do it with one contract, that 217 is going to look like 218. You're a resting offer. You're patient. You think the market's going to come up and fill you. If it does, great. If it doesn't, you're not guaranteed a fill. This market might continue down and never fill you, but you're patient. If you're aggressive and you say, you know what, I don't know if the market's ever going to come up to this price of 44 even. I just want to hit the bid and sell it. You go in the red and you click where the best bid is. And again, this image has 43 even as the best bid. You're what we call an aggressive seller. And you hit the bid in this case. If you do it with one contract, this 168 is going to look like, with everything else being equal, 167 to account for the one contract you sold aggressively, right? So that's the second way to sell. Just to recap a couple phrases that are really important. When you aggressively buy, you're lifting the offer. When you aggressively sell, you're hitting the bid. Remember those phrases, they're important, okay? Remember, resting offers are red and resting bids typically are blue. But resting offers are traders who might want to sell. And aggressive sellers are traders who actually sell. And that's what's important. It's not necessarily for sure you're going to get filled and sell it. When you're a passive seller, you're patient and you want to sell it at a better price. If you're aggressive, you just go into the order book, put in a sell market order, and hit the bid. Now, on the next slide or image, we're going to talk about the traders who actually buy and sell. The numbers that are reflecting this in this image are actual filled orders. Okay, so if you look at this image, also called the footprint, you're going to have a series of numbers with an X between them. But let's say, for instance, that we divide this image into two and split it right down the middle. The numbers on the right are reflecting the people who aggressively buy at that particular price. The numbers on the left are people that are hitting the bid or aggressively selling at that particular price. And let's start down here and show an example of the price that they're selling and the price that they're buying. If this is 2 bid, just for example's sake, and this price is 3 offer, the best bid is 2, the best offer is 3. If there's 1,055 aggressive buyers, that's where they're going to show up. If you buy one contract from 3, this number will look like 1,056. Now, with the price being 2 bid, there's only 22 people who aggressively sold it at that price. If you sell aggressively and hit the bid with one contract at the price of 2, this number will look like 23. Right? So that's important. A footprint are filled orders or market orders, and a dome is limit orders. Onto this final image of putting the footprint next to what a typical dome or level 2 looks like. 43 even and 43 quarters is the best bid and offer, just like the previous image. Again, what's up along the red are orders that might want to sell it. What's down on the blue are orders that might want to buy it. They may or may not get filled, and they're possibly going to change, right? People are going to pull orders, decide to not trade that price, and so on. However, in the image on the right next to it are the orders that actually filled, right? So taking this kind of more relevant example, the best bid is 43 even, and there's 168 contracts that are resting at that bid. There are 51 contracts resting at the offer of 43 quarter. Well, how much trades on each price? And that's reflected in this footprint. And it's reflected diagonally between, in this case, these two numbers. So there's 1,827 that have traded on the price of 43 quarter when it's offered. And there's 314 contracts that have traded on this price when it's bid. You could see that there's many more people aggressively buying the price of 43 quarter than selling the price of 43 even. That's really important because with later videos and instruction that you're going to continue to get in the whole Edge course program is better visuals to see what and where prices get aggressively bought or sold with greens and reds. So not trying to get into too much detail in this particular video. It's back of your hand type of stuff. Best bid, best offer, how you aggressively buy or sell, and how that changes in the book, the dome, and then actually gets recorded in a footprint, which is showing you real time in sales.